All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. Let's take a look at our subscription goal. We are sitting at almost 9,300. We need 700 more subs to hit that 10K goal to give that $1,000 giveaway. And then we have 12K subs coming up to send a couple people to some games of their choice. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Dennis Burns is at the top. We have Kellen on this week. He's doing a great job so far, but that is the leaderboard right now. If you see your guys' name, reach out to us. BearsProfitPlays@gmail.com or on Twitter, BearsProfit @BearsProfit, and we need to get you guys set up so we can give you guys your picks out for the next couple of weeks. If you see your name, make sure you reach out. Also, if you want to become a member on our YouTube channel, we're going to be giving away $50 weekly to our members on YouTube. We have 15 to 20 right now. So if you become a member for just $4.99 a month, you have a chance to win $50 weekly. We're going to be doing that on our live show. We're going to put everybody on the wheel. We're going to spin it and give away $50 a week. So make sure you guys come check that out. Only $4.99 a month. Very cheap over there. And our plays are actually better over there as well. So guys, is going to do it. Let's get into the video. Trey, you want to break down the contest we're doing for the chat members and for Dennis and Kellen here?
Yeah, guys. So as you're matriculating in the chat, I'll say this a couple times throughout the video so that you guys can make sure to drop your picks throughout. But me and Bear, we created a little contest to, give out some money, to give some money away to some people. It's the holiday season. Christmas is right around the corner. We want to make sure that some of the Bear Pack listeners have some money to, go around and spend or, bet and lose or bet and win. Who knows? But the competition is, as we're going through these games, game by game, us four, we're going to be giving out our picks. But me and Bear, those are the only picks that matter for this competition. I guess Dennis and Kellen are in the competition as well. But we're going through game by game. And as we're going through, make sure to drop your pick for the game in the chat. And if you have a better record over those 8 games by the end of the Saturday night, and if you have the best record and you beat me and Bear, you will be a winner of $50. So it's something to play for as you're watching the live, as you're waiting for the $50 giveaway at the end. It's just something to play for. So make sure to, as we're going through to, drop your game picks below. And who knows, if you're right, you may get some cashola.
Yep, I'm going to sum it up too, Trey. Very good, very well explained. Kellen and Dennis are going to be playing on this too with you guys. If you're in the chat, we're going to go game by game here, 8 games. All you have to do is put it against the spread game pick or an over-under, no money line, sorry. We're going to go against the spread here. We're going to start off right now in the Big 12. Really good game here. Big spread, though. Oklahoma State versus Texas. Texas minus 15, over-under 55.5. Kellen, let's start with you.
Yeah, I see this as probably being a blowout Texas's way, because I think if Texas gets up by, a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, Oklahoma State's not going to be able to run the ball. They're pretty much going to be one-dimensional, and that's just not how Oklahoma State plays. So I foresee a big win on Texas. I'm going to take I believe it's 14.5. I'll take the 14.5 points with Texas.
Dennis, what do we like?
Well, I'm on the other side of that one. I'm with Oklahoma State. I've not been super impressed with Texas. That Alabama game, they beat an Alabama team that was struggling with Jalen Milrose at quarterback at the time. He hadn't found his game yet. And I just think with their running game, with that Ollie Gordon, I believe is his name, the running back for Oklahoma State, they can definitely stay within 15 points.
Trey, I'm going to go to you because I know you have inside information.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go hook 'em here. I'm going to go with Texas. I'm going to go with Kellen. I'm going to take Texas minus 14.5. I don't hate that side, Dennis. I was going to go with Oklahoma State, but then there was a disgusting report that just came out about Oklahoma State. One of their frats is being investigated by the police because just this morning there was a dead Longhorn that was painted, and it didn't look very pretty. That was found on the frat's front lawn. So I think Texas took note of that. I think that they're definitely going to be aware of that disrespect. And I would have expected this to be at least a close game. 15 points is a lot. But after seeing that, man, it's hard to fade Texas. Let's go.
Yep, Trey, you have the inside information there. I'm going to go with Dennis. So I'm going to take Oklahoma State plus 15. It's too many points. It's just too many points. Texas has been known to choke in big games. This is the biggest game they can have because if they win, they might get into the college football playoffs. If they lose, if Alabama loses to Georgia, and they get a little bit more help. So I'm going to take Oklahoma State. Ollie Gordon, we're going to rely on him. Plus 15, way too many points here. So give me Oklahoma State. We're going to be 2-2 on that game. Let's move on to the next.
We have some drama real quick though.
Yes.
We have Cam in the chat saying, "Can we petition to replace Bear with Dennis full time on the lives?"
Okay,
what do you feel about that?
Remember that, brother. I know where you live. All right. So let's just I mean, Dennis, if you want to, I would be happy for you to take my spot. That's up to you, though, Dennis. Is that something you'd be interested in?
No thanks.
Okay, all right. Well, I tried. All right, here we go. Best game on the slate, the MAC game. Miami, Ohio versus Toledo. Toledo -7, over under 43.5. Trey, tell me who's winning.
Oh, Cam. Typical KU and Chiefs fan right there. Yeah, MAC championship. Maybe the best game on the slate, the most exciting game, like Bear said. It's the only championship game that really matters, that has college football playoff implications here. I'm going to be taking Miami of Ohio +7.5 here. Miami, Ohio, they played Toledo very tough in their game earlier this season, and it was at Toledo there. So I expect them to play them tough here. 7.5 points is a lot. They are playing with the backup quarterback, so that is a little bit risky here. But they have a very stingy defense. They can run the piss out of the football. Toledo, they haven't been firing on all cylinders, at least from what I feel like is their full capabilities. So I'm going to be taking Miami of Ohio here and to maybe get an upset here in the MAC championship game.
Yeah, I know the upset's looking good. Everybody likes the upset there. I'm going to take Toledo, though, -7.5. Finn, Penny, they're going to be too much from Miami, Ohio. It was a close game, 21-17. Also in that game, I believe his name's Brett Gabbert, the younger brother of Blaine, I believe. But he did get hurt in that first game. They moved to Avion Smith. He didn't look great. Toledo did take that game 21-17. Avion Smith's just not a great quarterback. Toledo's got the better defense. Toledo has the better offense. I think they take this game by 7.5. So I'm going to go Toledo as my pick. Dennis, what do you like there?
I'm with Miami, Ohio here, getting the 7.5. It's a championship game. Like I said, it was 21-17 earlier. Miami, they've never truly depended on that offense anyways. They depend on that defense, and I just think it's enough to keep it close.
Yeah, my favorite team is also Toledo, so it's hard for me to bet against them. I know where Kellen's going. Kellen, let me hear it, though.
Yes, sir, my dog. It's going to be Miami, Ohio, straight up. I'm going to take them straight up to beat Toledo. Wow. They only lost by 4 the first game. They had a couple turnovers. It was a lot closer. I mean, everything was pretty much even. I just like Miami, Ohio.
All right, I will lone dog it on my favorite team in college football. Thank you guys very much. I'll be watching that MAC game. Give me Toledo. Let's move on to the Mountain West championship game. Boise State -2.5 versus UNLV. Over under is 60.5 points. Dennis, let's start with you on this Mountain West game.
Well, it's in Vegas. UNLV's having as good a season as I can ever remember them having in football, and they're getting points. I just like them. I don't know a whole lot about these teams, but at home, basically their city, getting points, I'm going to take UNLV.
I like it. Trey?
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way here. I'm going to go with Boise State. I'm going to take them here on the money line at -135. Boise State, they're a very interesting team. They fired their head coach not even a month ago, and here they are sitting in the conference championship game. It's kind of a weird thing. You never see that happening, and I feel like they're the better team because they are finally getting healthy. They have 2 absolutely studs at running back, and JT, I had him on my college fantasy football team. It led me to a 3rd-place finish. Got some payouts there from JT, just absolutely scoring touchdowns after touchdowns and posted 150-plus rushing yard games after 150-plus rushing yard games. So I don't expect anything different here. Boise State, they're going to be able to run the piss out of this football and control the game here. So I'm going to take them on the money line.
Yeah, I think UNLV is a really good team, like Dennis said. But I'm going to be with Trey here on Boise State. The only reason is because they fired their head coach, like Trey said, and they haven't lost any games, and they're in the championship game. That means the locker room's happy. That means the players wanted this head coach to be there. So I think the locker room's good. I think the vibes are good. I think Boise State wins this game. I'll take the -2.5 as the play. Kellen, what do you like here?
Yeah, whenever I get points, I'm not real sure about who I want to pick. I'll just go with the points. I'll buy it up to +3. I'll take UNLV. I don't know a whole lot about. I believe a computer picked this game because they were all like in a 3-way tie, if I'm not mistaken. So, just give me UNLV with the points.
Yeah, we're split there, 2-2. UNLV is a very good team. They've had a great season, so I don't hate the plays there. That's going to be a great game there. Let's go over to another big game, the SEC championship game. Georgia -5.5. Line's going down a little bit versus Alabama over under 55.5. This is a sight play for me, so I'm not going to talk about it. Trey, I'll have you talk about it first.
Yeah, this is going to be a very fun game to watch. SEC championship games, that's what they always deliver here. And this game is in Atlanta, so it's kind of in Georgia's backyard here. But I'm going to be taking Alabama here +5, guys. It is Bama, and they still have a lot of stuff on the table here. They still have a lot of stuff to play for. If they win, they're throwing a absolutely major wrench into the college football playoff. If Bama wins this game, all bets are off for what's going to be the top 4 teams. In Georgia, if they lose, I feel like they still are going to be in the top 4. So I feel like they don't really have – I mean, they still have a lot to play for, but I think in the back of their heads they know that regardless of the outcome here, they're still in. So I'm going to go with Nick Saban. He's going to have his boys buzzing. And, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Make sure to keep dropping your picks in the comments for a chance to win $50. Who do you think is going to win this Georgia versus Alabama game? And you guys can even drop your picks for the previous games as well if you guys want to be eligible for this $50 giveaway.
Yeah, big game here. Kellen, I'll hear from you first on this one.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the better games. My favorite pick from this game is probably the over. But if I had to pick a side, I will go with Georgia. I just think they're the better team. I'm just going with Georgia. I think they're the better team.
Dennis, are we going with Georgia or Alabama?
Alabama. As I said earlier, Milrose had some trouble there at the beginning of the season, but he's found his groove. Georgia's played great. And the thing is now that really makes me lean Bama also is all the pressure is all of a sudden on Georgia. They're the champs now. They're the undefeated, supposed to put everybody – and they have looked great. Can't knock them. But Alabama, Nick Saban, I'll take them every time getting points.
All right, that is a side game for me, so I'm not going to talk about it. Let's move on to the American Conference. SMU versus Tulane, another great game here. Tulane -3, over under 47.5. Dennis, let's start with you this time.
I know the two teams I don't know much about, but I'm going to take Tulane to cover the points here. I have watched them a couple times this year, and I'm going to roll with them.
I just watched Tulane last week. Trey, they played. Who did they play? I bet. Oh, was it? No.
Texas
UTSA, right? UTSA. Yep. I watched Tulane beat UTSA pretty handily. I think they won the game by 13 points or something. But I'm going to take SMU here plus the 3 points. I think SMU is one of the better teams in the nation. They're one of the best teams both ways, defense and offense. Preston Stone is an absolute monster at the quarterback position. They have talent all over the field. Tulane, very good offense, not great defense. I'm going to take SMU here with the points. I think that's a smart play. Kellen, what do you like here?
Yeah, I do love me some Preston Stone. He's put up some yards and points, but man, I just think Tulane's going to take this. I don't think SMU's really played anybody good that he's putting up points against.
Okay.
Tulane.
Okay, so I feel like I'm going to be a lone dog because I saw Trey look at me disgustingly whenever I said SMU.
Yeah, because I think there's a very good chance Preston Stone's not going to do very good in this game because the guy broke his freaking leg last week. So he's not going to play in this game. So give me Tulane -3.
What? Did he really?
Yeah, late in the game, they were up by like 30, and SMU was trying to hammer him. Broke his freaking leg.
Oh,
Let me go look.
Yep, very heartbreaking playing with the backup. But I don't hate SMU. The defense is still legit. But looks like Dennis Caldwell is saying Tulane money line for the win. So shout out Dennis Caldwell for backing me right there. But yeah, Preston Stone, broken leg.
They were up 49-14.
Yep.
Why the hell is he in the game?
So I was saying their coach was just trying to keep him pressing. I don't know.
Definitely taking Tulane here.
Oh my God.
And, I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know why he was still in, but yeah, very frustrating because he was having a really good season.
Why is it +3 though?
Because like you said, SMU has a really good defense.
I know, but Preston Stone's that's 45 points a game.
I was listening to the SMU head coach on the radio probably 2 or 3 days ago by now, and he was talking up his quarterback. Apparently, he was highly recruited, a dual threat quarterback. I can't remember who he compared him to, but as soon as he said his name, I was just like, this coach is out of his mind because the guy was really good. But apparently, this guy's a dual threat quarterback, so he had some shimmy in him maybe.
Let me stall.
Someone restrain Bear.
Kevin Jennings, freshman, 6 foot 189.
Oh God. Oh yeah, that's what reminded me. He compared him to Malik Cunningham.
I like me some Malik Cunningham though.
Yeah.
Give me Tulane.
I was like, yeah, Malik Cunningham.
Give me Tulane here. Give me Tulane here minus the 3. All right, we will team right on that one. I cannot believe Preston Stone broke his leg in a meaningless game. All right, let's move on to the Sun Belt. App State versus Troy. Troy -5.5, over under 52.5. Trey, what do you like here?
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go with Troy here. I mean, this is definitely a stay away game for me because Troy, they definitely love to run the football, and App State, that's one of the things that they do best. So I don't love this play, but I feel like Troy, they're still head and shoulders the best team in the Sun Belt. So I'm going to be taking them here to win the conference.
Very well said. I'm going to take Troy with you, even though App State is like a giant killer. They're always known for, like, if they're the underdog, they're going to win. Take JMU, for instance, this season. I'm going to take Troy, though. I think they're the way better team. I don't really like App State either. So, Kellen, what do you like here?
I think I'm going to have to go with App State. And to be honest, I've never seen a second of either of these teams play. I've never bet on them ever. But by the little bit of research I've done, I'm going to go with App State with the points.
You know what, Trey? I'm going to change my pick to App State plus 5.5. Head-to-head, App State's won 5 straight,
Yes,
and
sir.
they covered the spread in 4 straight games. So they're playing really good football. Just give me the points. I don't know enough about either of these teams, so I'll take the points as well, Kellen. Dunce, what do you like here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know nothing about these teams. The only thing I've ever known about either one is a long time ago, the year before App State became a Division I school, they beat Michigan on the first game of the season. I hate Michigan, so I'll go App State.
All right, we are 3 App State, 1 for Troy. Dennis Caldwell says, really wish JMU had got their shot. Yeah, man, I do too. I wish JMU can be in a bowl game. Do they still have a chance to be in a bowl game or no?
They are in a bowl game.
Okay. Well,
them
good.
and Jacksonville State, the fight in Rich Rodriguez is. College football is so bad, not enough teams qualified for a bowl, so they both got in.
Very nice there. All right, 2 games left. Let's go to the ACC champ game. It's going to be Louisville going up against a banged-up Florida State. Florida State's -1.5, over under 46.5. Dennis, let's start with you. No, Kellen, let's start with you.
This is my lock. I'm going to Florida State. I think they kill Louisville. Louisville's coming off a game against Kentucky. Florida State's had another week with their backup quarterback. Everybody's talking about them. I just think Florida State's going to blow them out. I expect at least a 10-point win.
Dennis, what do you like?
That was my same lock for myself, FSU. Louisville lost to Kentucky, struggled the 2 weeks before that against Miami, who's kind of went down the drain the last few weeks of the season. And they lost the game before that. I can't remember who it was, the other one they lost. But anyways, FSU, they're out of quarterback, but the guy sitting in the wings, he just doesn't have to make a mistake. And he hasn't thrown a pick yet this year. That team is loaded on both sides of the ball. I think they blow Louisville off the field.
Trey, are we going opposite side here or no?
It's supposed to be stormy. What do you guys think about that? Does that help or hurt the young guy?
Hurt.
I kind of agree with Dennis though, because Florida State's loaded. They're going to run the crap out of the ball. But guys, I can't. I'm going to go Louisville here. I'm going to take them +1.5. It's hard to. You can definitely knock Louisville's performance last week, but it's a rivalry game. You kind of have to throw everything out in that game. And historically, they've gotten dominated by Kentucky. So, that was kind of expected. And maybe they were looking forward to the ACC championship game because they already did clinch that before that game. So maybe they were already looking ahead. I just don't have any faith in this Florida State team. I feel like Florida State, they're kind of probably going to be pressing in this game because I feel like they know that they need to have a dominant showing here to probably make the college football playoff, at least in my eyes. So they might be pressing early, make some mistakes with our young quarterbacks. So give me Louisville here, +1.5.
Very well said, Trey. I'm going to go with Louisville with you, +1.5. That was the biggest look-ahead game we've ever seen. They already were in the ACC championship game. So that game against Kentucky, that was not the best performance. Obviously, they did lose the game. But I think they're going to go into Florida State here. And it's a neutral site game. But I think they're going to take it to Florida State. I think the defense is really good. We're going to see what the young kid's made of, though, the backup. So it should be a good game. I'm just going to take Louisville with the 1.5. It's something weird could happen also at the end. So I'll gladly take the 1.5 points just in case it's a 2-point conversion at the end of the game. But let's go to the last game on the slate. Big Ten, Michigan -22 versus Iowa over under 34.5. Trey, what do you like?
God, this is embarrassing. I'm just over here looking at the Iowa team totals over here. Iowa to score a touchdown -120. Iowa over 7.5 points is +154. It's just embarrassing. This is going to be an interesting game. No Trey, go Noles. Sorry, Dennis. I can't go with the Noles here. I'm going to be going with this is a simple math equation here, guys. For Michigan to cover 22 in this game, they would have to score 23 points. So give me Michigan here -22.
Okay. Dennis, what do you like?
I'm sorry. Got laughing. Iowa. There's no way on earth I'd pick Michigan if they were playing a JV team. I know, but Iowa has played good D all year, so I'm going to roll with it here. Hopefully they hang.
Are you a little hurt?
I was shocked for a second, and then I was like, "Oh wait, Ohio State."
Yeah, I mean, are you a little hurt, Dennis, about the Ohio State thing, or is that under the bridge now?
No, that it won't be under the bridge until Ryan Day's floating in the river under the bridge.
Okay. All right, I like it.
It's not going to be under the bridge until Ryan Day is under the bridge.
I like it. Kellen, what do you like in this one?
Yeah, I like Michigan. I can't bet on a team that can't score the ball. I just can't do it. Give me Michigan.
Yeah, I've got 2 plays on the site for this one. I think I might just give one out here. Do we have a first half? Do we have the first half lines, Trey?
Yes, we got the first half line.
Yeah, go ahead. The over-under for Iowa in the first half is over half a point. I'm going to take the under half a point for the Hawkeyes in the first half. So they're not going to score. They're just not going to score. So give me the under in the first half for that game. Guys, that's the last game on the slate. But we do have the dog of the week and the parlay lock. We've talked about it a little bit, but let's take a look at that dog of the week leaderboard, Trey. Do we have it up?
Yes, I'm pretty excited to go in the dog of the week because, guys, last week, I don't know if you know, but I took the lead, and I have one less win than Bear because Hawaii on the island got me like 20-plus points 1 week. So shout out them. And my dog of the week even hit last week. So shout out them for coming through with me with Cal +9.
Yeah, the Hawaii game saved you. You're going with Alabama here for the dog of the week, right?
Yes, I'm going to Alabama here +5. I took them here in the game pick. I have a lot of confidence in them to at least make this game competitive. This is a lot of good games here. There's some pretty massive spreads, as you can see with Bears pick with Oklahoma State. But I'm just going to take the safe one. I feel like out of all the dogs, Alabama, they have probably the best chance to win the game. So I'm going to try to keep holding this lead. We're almost out of the college football season, and I want that plaque on my wall. So give me Bama here +5.
Yeah, I could have easily taken like a smaller spread team for 5 or 6 points, but I wanted to go out with a bang here. So I'm going to take Oklahoma State +15. Classic Texas spot where they're going to choke. That's what they do. They're an NFL-ready team. They have NFL players all over the field, but it's Oklahoma State. Something weird's going to happen. I'm just going to take the +15 as the game, but I'm going to take Oklahoma State for a little bit of sprinkle on the money line. I think something crazy is going to happen. But Kellen, you're going with the MAC game. You like Miami, Ohio.
Yes, sir. I'm kind of like with you. I didn't want to go with like a 3 to 4 point favorite. I just went ahead and went with 7.5. I definitely wasn't going 15. But yeah, that Miami, Ohio has the best chance. They played this team. They know this team. I think they have the best chance.
All right, and then Dennis, round us out here where you got Alabama.
Absolutely. Can't go against Nick Saban here. And that quarterback has really got his season rocking and rolling. I think he's going to run like wild tomorrow and throw enough. But anybody that could complete that pass that he did against Auburn to win last week in the last second of the game, I'll bet on that dude all week long. I'm telling you.
4th and 31 for that. That was insane, Dennis, right there. Trey, one more thing. Parlay lock. Let's get into it. I'll have you start us off.
Yeah, give me my effing Heisman. I loved watching that clip too. For me, I'm going to go with Texas here -13.5. I'm buying a point here. I'm just betting on them to win by 2 touchdowns. I feel like they're going to take care of business. I feel like they're going to try to roll in this game and force the committee's hand to say, hey, we deserve to be in the playoff. It's going to get interesting if Alabama wins and Texas wins because Alabama beat Georgia, but Texas beat Alabama. I'm excited for all the chaos that's about to ensue, guys.
Yeah, my lock of the week is going to be Toledo -6.5. Going to buy the full point. I've been watching a lot of MAC football. Miami, Ohio, they're not going to be able to score. If Toledo plays the offense that I know they can play, they're going to win this game by a couple touchdowns. So I'm going to take Toledo -6.5. I don't think Miami, Ohio can keep up with them. I know their defense is really good, but I think Toledo's defense is just as good. So give me a -6.5 as my play. Kellen, what do you like there?
Florida State. I think that's my my lock. I like that parlay. I'm going to parlay those 3. I think that's good little parlay. I've also got a player prop if I can give one of those out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
My favorite player prop of the whole thing is probably Jalen Milroe over 39.5 rushing yards.
Okay.
That's -115. And I also like that with a touchdown, anytime touchdown at -120. Good little hit there.
Yeah, big game. So you know that the quarterbacks if they get out of the pocket, they're going to just take off. It's going to be it's going to be just a reaction. So I do like that play there. Dennis, round us out here. Who you like for the lock?
Yeah, Florida State. I misspoke earlier and said Louisville had beat Miami. They'd struggled against Miami. but I just can't see them beating Florida State. I watched that game against Kentucky last week, a good part of it. I just don't think Louisville can come in and beat a team that's, I believe, bigger, stronger, and faster.
You might have a point there. Louisville looked really, really bad last week, but that is the parlay lock. It's plus 440 or plus 445. Toledo minus 6.5, Texas minus 13.5, and Florida State on the money line. We do have a wheel spin. This is a new thing that Trey and I are going to do. We're going to give $50 weekly to our YouTube members. Right now, I think we have 17, Trey?
Yep, we got 17 on the wheels. We got 17 members. Shout out you guys.
17 members. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Give it a good shake up.
Good luck, guys.
3 shuffles. Everyone knows the deal. And good luck. $50 to spend on your lady or get a lunch a couple times a week.
Put it on that little player prop I just gave you.
Put it on a plus 2,500 parlay. That was a great pronunciation there, Trey. We were going to put that on our YouTube members' plays for tomorrow. Also, tomorrow, guys, remember, that's going to do it for our live show. But tomorrow we have NBA videos, NCAA basketball videos. We have our YouTube member plays out. We also have site picks, BearsProfitPlays.com. Go check those out. We have free picks. We have site picks for $4.99 as well. Thanks, guys, again for being here. Kellen, thank you for being here. Dennis, thanks for joining as well. We're going to see you guys all on our tomorrow's videos. Everybody have a good night, all right? Peace out.
All right.
Peace.
We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, BearsProfitPlays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,